wrapping up the Sol de Janeiro first impressions. I just sprayed all of them on and gave like my initial thoughts. Now we're wearing them throughout the day, so that's why I'm behind on getting here. I know my lipstick is crazy, but see what had happened was this is a new video that I had set up for you all. So I'm testing out some new products to try to decide if I want to keep them or not. I tried out the new Rare Beauty blush. That's what's going on with the cheeks. I tried out the new Juvia's Place cream bronzer. So those are some of the things you have looking forward to. I mean, I still have swatches on the back of my hand because I literally had to rush. That's why I'm behind and I'm like late to the live. My bad. Anyway, so on to what we're here for today. So you all know I do these why you don't need lives with you all so you can help me pick out the palettes, because sometimes I'll be like, I don't know, I'm unsure, and I have several ideas in my mind, so I figured it'd be easier if I just sit here with you all and you all tell me which one you think is best. So for the first set of palettes, hey, oh, thanks, Dion. So I'm starting off with the Electrum. I think it's Dark Winter palette. Now, I really like it. I think that's the one you'd really like too, Dion. If you remember that one from the new makeup releases I did Friday. That was the really grungy eyeshadow palette. But I think they use pressed paper, so I don't know that you'd be able to use it. But it looks really, really cool. Like, it's just like, it's your grungy type of fantasy when it comes to shades, if you will. And I feel like these two Adept palettes might look really nice on it. Yeah, so I'm like, I think these might be good alternatives that we can do a video on to talk about why you don't need to get that palette. So of course, Cyborg Acquire, like, this is one of my favorite Adept palettes. You can use code Gelbeauty87 to purchase from Adept for anything you need from Adept. I feel like this was really similar to it, right, Dion? Like, that one had more mattes, but I think they like to do matte formulas. You know, Adept Cosmetics loves her shimmer formula, so that's why she has 2 rows of shimmer and 1 row of mattes. But I feel like this will look really cute, and it's really similar to it. Now, I know it doesn't have the yellow matte in it, but it does have like a yellow greenish shimmer. And a lot of these shimmers I felt like look similar to shimmers in there, and a lot of mattes in here were kind of similar to those mattes as well. They gave you, like I said, more mattes because there's only like 5 here, and I think that palette has like 10. So you get double the mattes in there, but I still feel like this is a good alternative for it. So this was one of the ones I wanted to put in the running for it. Now, the other one, you might not necessarily agree about it, but I think this one might still be available. I'm not 100% sure. I know Cyborg Acquire doesn't exist anymore, so if you don't have it, that's understandable. That's why I tried to bring in another one, because I'm like, you might have it, you might not have it. I don't know. Next, we have the Legend of Arda. I hope I'm saying that right. I always feel like I say it wrong. But this is what she looks like on the inside. No, thank you. Hi, Jack. But yeah, so I was thinking maybe this one. The only thing is this peachy tone to me is kind of what throws it off, and because it has some of these neutral shimmers in it, I felt like it might not be as similar. But I wanted to give alternatives just in case you didn't. Oh, what's crazy? What are you talking about? Anyway, so I think that this is really interesting. Perhaps I don't think it'll necessarily be the one I picked though. I feel like we should go with the one I talked about, Dion. Is like this right here. So I think we're going to go with Cyborg Acquire. That's really what I'm banking on. So for the dark winter, I'm going to pick Cyborg Acquire because I don't have the one that from Fantasy Cosmetica I wanted to get. It was their holiday one, but I ended up not picking it up because I think it sold out before I got a chance to. Okay, so next I have the one from Beaute. So they have a highlighter, they have a liquid eyeshadow. Yeah, you can moderate Dion because I'm just like, oh, I know. I usually just do it at the end and don't worry about it because I don't want to have to stop in the middle to like do all that or whatever. Anyway, so I got the highlighter from, what is this? Cleonit Cosmetics. And it's really similar to the green highlighter that they're showing in the, well, hello, Jacob, to the eyeshadow. What? A couple of clicks from, oh, okay. I don't even know where to go to do that, dude. Let me see. Oh, no. Oh, I didn't want a green screen. So, yeah, I'm going to just leave it alone. I'll have to put it for next time. But, yeah. So, I have this this green highlighter in the shade Tangy. Okay. Okay, I think I just did it. Yeah. Okay, so this is what it looks like on the inside though. I feel like this highlighter is really similar to that one. Although now that I'm looking at it, I feel like it might have a silverish purple undertone. And I don't know if that one necessarily does, but I'll swatch it and we can see. Yeah, this definitely has like a purple type shift to it. And I feel like theirs doesn't. It's just like a classic like green. So it's theirs is this classic green shade and this has like a purple undertone to it, if you will. But I definitely like the way this is looking. And I plan on using it in my video, even though it's not exact, just because this is the only green highlighter I have. So when I do the look in the video for whatever palette we choose for the Bella Beaute Green Goddess palette, I'm going to use this highlighter for sure. I found a liquid eyeshadow from e.l.f. too that I thought might be similar. Now, this isn't going to be exact to the eyeshadow that we're talking about. This is definitely just going to be, you know, a good alternative, because their eyeshadow, their liquid eyeshadow, it looks fire. It looks amazing. And I'm just like, yes. Yes, I need it. So let me find somewhere to swatch it. I should have swatched. Oh, yes. It might actually be a good alternative to it now that I think about it. Theirs to me looks a little more glittery though. And this definitely has a little more reflect. But see, like, I don't know if you all can see, but it shifts like a green and blue. And if I show it to you, maybe you can see the green reflex in it. But this definitely has green reflex in it just like that one has. So I plan on using this one as the eyeshadow or the liquid eyeshadow I do in one of the looks, because I'm going to try to do 2 eyes on camera. So I'll do 1 eye with whatever dupe palette we do, and then 1 eye with the liquid eyeshadow. So I have like 4 palettes to choose from when it comes to that particular palette. I, again, have another Adept palette. I think they literally just sold out of this one. You can use my code Gelbeauty87 at Adept if you're interested. But I think they're already sold out of this one because they were trying to move it out for next. But I felt like this gave the earthy vibes of it. Now, I will say this one leans a lot more toward the red side, whereas since that was called Green Goddess, it's leaning a lot more toward the green. That's why I have several options for us to choose from. But this was the first one I thought of when I saw it, or at least thought of it. But it's lacking some greens. Some of these shades do shift from, like, you know, certain tones to green. Like when I turn the palette this way, if you all can see, like, they're not all looking red the way they did when I had it held straight forward to you. But I feel like this could be good when it comes to shimmers. Not necessarily matte, but when it comes to shimmers. Then I picked the Nomad Hudson Valley palette because, you know, it has a lot of reds and greens in it. Now, I will say I feel like the reds in here are brighter than the ones in that one. And I feel like there's some more variety of brighter greens when it comes to the Bella Beaute palette than it is in this one. But I still feel like both of them could work nicely. So it's just a question of which one you all tell me you like the best. Then the first thing I initially thought of and wanted to use with the Wilderness palette from Beauty Bay. This is what it looks like on the inside. I definitely feel like this gives more of the vibes of that palette, because I feel like if I covered up the blue row, it definitely has the most. Thank you. But if you cover up this side, don't you feel like a lot of this palette is just kind of similar to the palette that we're talking about, the Bella Beaute one? Because it has a decent amount of greens. It still has some reds to it. Now, I do feel like those cool tone neutrals, or the neutrals in that palette, are different than the neutrals in this one. But otherwise, I feel like this is the best palette for this video. Hey, Tanya. I'm picking out palettes for everybody to choose from. I think the Bella Beaute one, the Wilderness palette from Beauty Bay, would be a good alternative for it, because when you cover up the blues, I feel like it has a lot of those mint greens that they have, a lot of those earthy tone greens, and you still get the blues, the reds, and some neutrals. Now, I don't think you get the exact same type of neutrals, because to me these seem more warm, and those seem like more cool tone or true to like neutral shades. So I'm personally thinking we should pick this one, but I do have one more to show. So I have the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Machina palette. I thought it would be really good. Bye. Matter of fact, I think this one was actually supposed to go for the first palette we talked about, which is the, what was it, the Dark Knight, Dion? I think this is for the Dark Knight palette, so I just had it in the wrong stack. Yeah, this is definitely giving more Dark Knight to me because it has a nice amount of dark shades in it. So I feel like we would be able to use this one for that one. So I'm thinking it's tied between this one and, where is it? Cyborg Choir for the Dark Knight from Electrum Cosmetics this week. So let me open them both up again. And then we'll do the I'm thinking the Sumerian Sunset and the Wilderness palette, and you all can help me decide there. So, what are you thinking? Because I like the Cyborg Quad, but I feel like we already literally used it like twice before, so we shouldn't be like overly using it. And since this one has a lot of the similar shades to it, I feel like it would work better. The only thing is I don't think it has like the, well, this one is yellow to green reflective shimmer shade, so that might work out better. But yeah, I kind of want to lean towards the Blend Bunny, but comment down below and let me know. Do we want to use Blend Bunny or do we want to use Adept for the palette of the week when it comes to our Why You Don't Need palette? I'm thinking the Blend Bunny palette will work for me. But now let's get into the other one. So I have Sumerian Sunset here from Adept Cosmetics. Yeah, I think Blend Bunny too, Tanya. And then we have the Wilderness palette from Beauty Bay. The only thing is the Wilderness palette doesn't... Hello, Bacon God. But I think the Beauty Bay one will be better for us. The only thing is the Beauty Bay one doesn't exist anymore. So but in all fairness, the Adept one just sold out, and I don't think it's coming back either. So it's just a question of which one do you all prefer. I prefer the Beauty Bay personally, but you know, let me know which one you prefer. I want to go with Beauty Bay. So comment down below and let me know, because I'm trying to pick them, and I'm trying to go and do at least one of these eye looks when I get off this live, so we can have one done and I only have to do one more. I know, right? Like, I don't know why they got rid of it. Well, I mean, I know it was limited edition or whatever. They have one that's a good alternative for it, though, if you wanted a lot of the greens in here. It's called the, it's a green palette. Matter of fact, I have it here. Let me... So, this is supposed to be the alternative to that palette. The earthy palette, because it has a lot of greens in it, and you know the Wilderness palette had a good amount of greens in it, so that's supposed to be the alternative for you. This one, I did a video showing how there were alternatives to all of these, and you notice how there's a lot of the greens from here in here along with the mints and whatnot, so you might want to, you know, consider picking this one up. I don't know when it comes to like the 42 one and like the bigger ones how that's going to be, because I don't think they made a 24 of this one. Let me see. It looks like a real fine piece of... Okay. Why do I get all these spam comments about, you know, how I look? That's so... Okay. What? So I'm guessing we're going with Beauty Bay because nobody said anything. So I'm gonna just pick Beauty Bay because y'all out here just wild and doing too much. See, this is why I don't like to be on live long, because I get comments like that. So just for review, we're going to use the Cleone Cosmetics highlighter for the highlighter in the Beauty Bay collection. Yeah, then we're going to use this e.l.f. Cosmetics eyeshadow for the eyeshadow in the Beauty Bay collection. So if you didn't see earlier, this is the highlighter. And then this is the liquid eyeshadow for it. Definitely loving both those. And then we're going to use the Beauty Bay Wilderness palette. And this is what we're using for the Bella Beaute Bar New collection. That's supposed to be dropping. I think it already dropped, because I think it dropped on the 7th. And it's... Well, wait, the 7th is tomorrow, right? So it should drop tomorrow. Then we're going to use the Blend Bunny Machina palette, because that's what Tanya said, for the Dark Night palette from Electrium Cosmetics, because I definitely think this is a whole vibe and moment. I love this palette. I remember when this was like, I think 25 bucks. And I'm thinking in that video I might do a giveaway of this palette, because I think I have an extra one I bought during the time they had a sale. I need to double check that though. Does the liquid eyeshadow crease? Not as far as I remember. I did do a video on it, Tanya, though. I have on my channel, because I battled them against the ones from Natasha Denona when she had those little bitty liquid ones that were like $20-something. I battled it against that. So I'll try to show you the link for that one, and you can see if they crease or not, because I don't remember these creasing badly. And you know, it's e.l.f., so it's affordable. That's another reason I wanted to use this one in particular, because it's e.l.f. The only thing is the e.l.f. ones are constantly sold out. When you go to their website, they're always sold out. I went to go try to buy the new ones, and they were sold out. But I was lucky enough to get these one time when they did have a restock. So you just have to check their website and see, because they didn't bring these to Ulta, if I remember correctly, which I was kind of upset about. But I noticed lately they haven't been bringing all their stuff to Ulta. They'll leave like a lot of it on their website. You always have a bad outcome with liquid eyeshadows. I've had a bad outcome with a couple of liquid eyeshadows. Not a whole lot of them, though. A good majority of the time I have okay experiences. I think I had a bad one with Lethal Cosmetics once. I forgot which one it was. It was like breaking up, because I think mine was too old and like the liquid had broke up, and that was the issue. But usually I don't really have too much of an issue. And what I try to do is, if I do feel like I'm gonna have an issue, I always set it with like a, you know, a shimmery eyeshadow on top, so then that way it might help the creasing. So, I mean, if you already have some in your collection you really like, maybe try setting them with like an eyeshadow to see if it'll help with like that whole creasing situation. Because I have oily eyelids and I have that happen sometimes. So I just try to set it with the ones that I feel like don't do as great a job. But, you know, that's just me. And then, like I said, we're mixing this one. So, that's pretty much I had to talk to you all about. Unless you all want to hear more about the Sol de Janeiro, because I did just try those out. And I gave my references as far as what I think would pair nicely with. I know the blue one, Aqua, whatever it is, I'm loving it with Brown Girl Jane's Lamu. And y'all know I don't like Brown Girl Jane's Lamu at all. But I really like the way that turned out. I mean, it's not necessarily something that you would automatically think of, because, like, if it's supposed to be eyeshadow on its own, you just think to, like, put it on because that's what it's supposed to do, not to, like, set it. Hey, Sarah. Oh, so, Sarah, I found every single product that we want to dupe for the collection when it comes to the new Beaute bar one, which I was shocked because I didn't think I'd have everything in my collection, but I did. So I was like, okay, check me out, Sarah. No, we decided to use the Wilderness palette from Beauty Bay just because, you know, it has a lot of similar colors in it. If you cover up the blue one right here, as you can see, it just has like the greens and the reds to it. I will say though, like with the neutral tones in here, you know, the neutral tones in the Beaute bar one are like a little bit cooler or neutral tones, whereas this one is like more warm toned. So that was my only thing with this. But I'm like, if we can cover up the blues and we only use maybe like the shade that'll match closest, I feel like we can make it work. Then I pulled this liquid eyeshadow that looks really similar to the one in their collection. Because, girl, I was going to buy it, but I was like, let me check first. And I found this one from e.l.f. That's the one that's swatched on my hand right here, Sarah. They look like exactly the same. Theirs does look like it's more glittery and it might reflect a little bit more. But I don't know if you can see when I turn my hand there, it gives like the little blue-greenish tinge that I feel like will be perfect. And then we picked this highlighter from Cleonit. Now, I will say the Cleonit highlighter does have a purple undertone to it, so that's my only concern with it. It has the purple undertone, and it's not gonna be exactly the same as the Beaute bar. I feel like theirs is more sheer and has a more, what do you call it? Has a more like sheer iridescent base to it, whereas this one obviously has a shifting base to it, so that's my issue with it. And then the last thing I did was the Machina palette. I hope I'm saying that right. Machina. I think I have an extra one of these, so I was thinking about doing a giveaway in this Why You Don't Need video to mail out to somebody to get a similar look. This is for the Adept Cosmetics Dark Night palette, Sarah. Yeah, that's what this one was for. I feel like it has a lot of those deep dark tones. I wish Dion could use this one, because I remember when it was like $25, but like y'all know she can't use pressed pigments, unfortunately. But she agreed with me that this one would be nice for her and Tanya. They decided we should use this palette, so this is the one we're going with. I'm gonna get off here before another crazy man comes up and says something crazy to me. But I hope you all enjoyed the live and, you know, you have fun. And I will see you all next week for whatever palette they try to push out on us, like we don't already have 12 of the same color palettes. Be blessed, girls. Bye.